Howdy y'all, it's just a beautiful day outside. There's no way I wasn't gonna film out here. So I've been working on a project for a few years now. You guys have seen some of it. It's about how to change your life in 6 months. Now I've done this a few times throughout my life and every time saw huge results, but then went backwards and got stuck to where I was again due to those limiting beliefs that I worked so hard to get rid of coming back. Well, this time I'm taking you guys along the journey. Now let me give a few of the obvious disclaimers. I'm not a mental health professional. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a psychologist. I'm just someone who has been through things in their life that they don't want other people to go through. Or if you've been through similar, maybe I can help. I've always been somebody who documents their life. I've been on the internet making content for about 10 years. The form of my content has changed rapidly and multiple times, but I've always had the same vision. Yes, I have a few key goals that I want to accomplish in my life that may be a little silly, but as you can see, a lot hasn't changed. Nothing changes in your reality if you don't change your core beliefs and the choices you're making. You may feel stuck, like you don't have options. The worst thing you can do is do nothing. It's easy to get stuck in autopilot where we are waiting for things to happen. Or we get in the extreme opposite where we're trying to force things to happen. There's this bliss point of realizing you are not the effect, you are the cause. Your intentions, your beliefs about yourself and the world around you, they form your reality. That's the point of cause. You are the point of source. Everything that will happen for you comes from your beliefs about the world around you are formed from a very young age. If you had sort of a rough upbringing, you may see life in a certain way that's not meant to be your reality. If you're introduced into life believing that you are not capable of good things, you're a bad person, you can never do things right, then you're going to adopt that belief system and it's going to affect your entire life. A lot of us have a belief system that makes us constantly feel like the world is out to get us, like everything is going to work against us and we're unlucky and everything bad always happens. It can even lead to self-sabotaging the good things in your life. But let's begin there. You are not limited. You're not limited to the things you've been told. You're not limited to who you were told you can be, couldn't be. You have to literally change your entire brain. Our behaviors, our habits, what we believe about us and the world around us, which affects everything, we have to completely rewire it. Now this is kind of a controversial method in the realm of self-help, manifestation, and so forth, but I've found this method effective for me. It may not be effective for everyone, so choose what's right for you. Now, when manifesting our reality, we have to focus a lot, filtering out the negative and focusing on the positive. Focus on the things you want and accept more of that into reality. But when you're going through these first stages of developing and changing your brain and your self-beliefs and your self-talk, sometimes you have to go through some extreme mental processes to bring yourself into the thought processes you want. Now, while we don't want to focus on the negative, when you're in your beginning stages of change, something that has personally helped me, make a list or really dwell on what will life be like if I don't pursue what I want, if I keep going down the path I'm currently on. You have to associate enough pain with the lack of change, with the lack of doing what you want to do, with the lack of finding your happiness, with the lack of making the moves and doing the things. You have to associate enough pain into if you don't move forward. How painful will it be if you don't accomplish what you want, if you don't make those moves and take those steps? And like I said, this is just the very beginning stages. We don't want to stay in this mindset. This is a mindset we are coming out of, but you have to be able to level the cost. The benefits have to outweigh the negatives. The positive outweighs the negative. Well, I'm not going to stay stuck because I don't want this. No, again, this is gonna have to be on a person-by-person basis. Sometimes even dwelling in that, we've dwelled in that for so long that we get stuck there. That's what we don't want to do. We don't want to get stuck there. But I've found it to be a great motivator for me personally. Well, I'm going to get up and work out because it's more painful for me to be unhealthy or to not feel good about myself than it is for me to take the 30 seconds of motivation to get up and do it. Another thing, this is not an original thought. I've heard this everywhere, but I need to share it with you in case you haven't heard it. If something takes 30 seconds or less and it builds you towards what you want to do and what you want to accomplish, who you want to be, go ahead and take those 30 seconds to do those small tasks. Don't focus on the big, huge thing like I need to completely change my brain and I need to have a six-pack, I need to have $1 million. Don't focus on the big things. Focus on the little things that might take 2 minutes or less. Focus on doing those first. And the more you do those things and you teach yourself to do those now instead of procrastinating, the more you'll get in the habit of the uncomfortability of now. Sometimes we procrastinate because we're overwhelmed, and this kind of helps take some of that away because you'll see little progresses and then you'll be like, well, if I did this 2-minute thing, then I could probably do that 5-minute thing. If I did that 5-minute thing, I could probably do that 30-minute thing, so forth, so on. Just keep building up. But don't worry about any of that right now. Focus on what you can do right now in the present, not what's going to take 1,000 years. There's no point in focusing on what we can't control in our lives. So this is just a little short video. If I've clicked that box in your brain and you know what I'm saying, if you're ready to get off of autopilot and move into who you want to be and the reality you want to be in, keep following along this journey and write in the comments below, how do these methods work for you? Have you tried them? What other methods work for you? And I will be seeing you very soon.